To go.
Fort Smith, Arkansas, March 10th, 2025. Police observed a silver Chevrolet Malibu traveling over 110 miles per hour on I-540, driving recklessly and failing to stop when signaled.
We're still northbound, speeds are 107. Going up to the 6, right lane, speeds 120. Then about this, they're going to stop or not. We're not slowing down, 1037. It's going to bump the TV off and try to stop by Kelly.
Near the 6-mile marker, officers executed a pit maneuver, causing the vehicle to leave the roadway and come to a stop in the median.
TV off.
Hey, hands! Hands! Face away from me! Face away from me! Get down! Get on the ground! Get on the ground!
Oh my gosh, I just got a call from my patient and they be confirmed dead. EMS is there right now. I'm sorry, I had my hands on. I'm trying to get there. I'm on the phone with 911 right there. She's right to see.
The driver, identified as Jennifer Hampton Higgins, was arrested at the scene. Inside the vehicle, police found 450 grams of marijuana, 65 grams of hydrocodone, and $2,108 in cash. She was charged with fleeing by vehicle creating danger, possession of narcotics with intent to distribute, and reckless driving. Washington County, Arkansas, March 1st, 2024. Grant Thomas, who had been released from prison just a few months earlier, was driving his sister's Ford Fusion at 80 miles per hour in a 35 mile per hour zone on West Van Zant Road. When police activated their lights and siren, he accelerated away, cutting through a residential yard before crashing into a drainage ditch and a large tree, causing the vehicle to catch fire.
I'm on South Van Zandt, out with a black Ford car, Adam Henry, 4530 Frank, ran from me, crashed out. Hands, hands, hands! Go on the ground! On the ground! How many others are in the car?
My mother.
Ma'am, are you okay?
I think so. My chest hurts.
Make some of my mom's okay, did you?
After you tried to kill her, you bet.
No, sir.
Officers pulled Thomas and passenger Melissa Hitson from the car to safety before the flames spread. Thomas admitted to drinking liquor and beer, and a test showed a blood alcohol concentration of 0.4. He was arrested and taken to the Washington County Jail, facing charges of fleeing by vehicle, driving while intoxicated, driving with a suspended license, and reckless driving. Little Rock, Arkansas, August 8th, 2023. Police responded to a 911 call about a man riding a bicycle on a busy highway, obstructing traffic. When Arkansas State Police Trooper Shoemate approached, the cyclist suddenly moved into the active traffic lane, weaving between vehicles and carrying his bicycle across the barbed wire median.
Stop! Stop! He just got hit by a car, northbound. Can you stay with him? Stay with him a second. Did you hit him? Did he get in front of you?
You heard me slam my brakes, but I did.
No.
Moments later, he was struck by a passing vehicle. Fortunately, no one was seriously injured, and traffic on the highway was restored after authorities cleared the scene. Crittenden County, Arkansas, October 8th, 2024. Arkansas State Police stopped a black Kia traveling 86 miles per hour in a 65 mile per hour zone on I-40. The driver, identified as Shern Rains from Tennessee, initially cooperated but suddenly got back into the car and fled, stating he just wanted to get to a gas station.
You can stay right there. Don't leave this traffic stop. Don't leave this traffic stop. Don't leave this traffic stop. Don't leave it.
Show me 1037. This gentleman said he wanted me to fall into a gas station. I told him not to leave the traffic stop. He got in his car and left.
1063.
What supervisor's out?
Jesus.
10-4. We're going about 50 miles an hour in the lane to take an exit. I'm not sure if he wants me to TBI or see if he pulls into a gas station.
10
I'm direct on this.
10-9.
D5 is direct.
I'm direct on this radio traffic.
The pursuit continued to the MLK Drive exit, a heavily populated area with both pedestrians and traffic, forcing police to execute a pit maneuver to end the chase. The Kia spun around, came to a stop, and Rains was safely taken into custody.
TVI.
Now get out of the car. Get out of the car. Keep your hands in the air. Stay right where you're at. Don't you move. Walk to me. Get on your knees. Stop. Get on your knees.
He was charged with fleeing, speeding, and failure to obey police commands. Little Rock, Arkansas, February 7th, 2024. Arkansas State Police located a black Dodge Challenger that had previously evaded officers, traveling at high speed on I-430 near I-630.
We're on Group 8, 1063.
at 1.4.
Alright, let's keep going back towards Canis. Baptist. Make sure low rocks are working.
When the driver, identified as Davian Richards, attempted to turn near the Baptist Hospital area, the vehicle lost control and struck a utility pole.
Alright, he just crashed out.
About to get shot! I'm gonna shoot you!
Richards fled on foot, jumped over a wall approximately 5 feet high, and continued running through the hospital parking lot before being subdued with a taser. He was taken for medical evaluation and then transported to the Pulaski County Jail. Richards faces charges of fleeing by vehicle, fleeing on foot, no driver's license, fictitious tags, and active warrants for theft and trafficking of controlled substances. Texarkana, Arkansas, January 17th, 2023. Police attempted to stop a motorcycle with a covered license plate and a rider not wearing protective eyewear on East Street. When emergency lights were activated, the driver, identified as Chauncey Basham, looked back and accelerated away, reaching 67 miles per hour and repeatedly changing speeds. While crossing into the oncoming lane to pass a car, Basham collided with the driver's side door as the vehicle turned left onto East 4th Street, causing him to be thrown onto the roadway. Basham sustained serious injuries and was transported to Wadley Regional Medical Center, while the car's driver suffered only minor injuries. Bentonville, Arkansas, April 4th, 2023. Arkansas State Police assisted the Benton County Sheriff's Office in pursuing a black Ram 1500 on I-49 South. The vehicle ignored commands to stop and continued traveling at 70 miles per hour, even after running over spike strips at the 88-mile marker.
Our next exit, still southbound, 60 miles an hour.
Copy.
We see you guys. If you want to back out, we got the bikes ready. Copy. Copy. No traffic. Oh, no traffic. Outside lane, outside lane.
Near the 86-mile marker, officers executed a pit maneuver, causing the Ram to spin, crash into a guardrail, and come to a stop on an exit ramp. The driver, identified as 39-year-old Laren Rowe, was arrested at the scene. Inside the vehicle, police recovered fentanyl and cocaine and determined that Rowe was wanted nationwide for first-degree domestic battery. Little Rock, Arkansas, August 30th, 2023. Arkansas State Police assisted the North Little Rock Police Department in pursuing a stolen vehicle on I-30 West. When the vehicle turned onto I-630, officers executed a pit maneuver, causing it to spin 360 degrees, but the driver continued to flee.
Get TBI. Negative, keep it over. Keep it on that last line. Not a good TBI. Still going westbound, getting off Pine Street, Cedar Street. Southbound, UAMS Boulevard, State's primary. Looks like K95 secondary on 3rd.
We're going down one page. They try to get back up. Out on time. 8:50, no traffic.
The driver, identified as Dominic Quentin, drove the wrong way on Pine Street at approximately 70 miles per hour through a residential area before crashing into a guardrail at the dead end of 21st Street. He fled on foot, resisted arrest, and was found with a small bag containing a substance suspected to be marijuana. Quentin was charged with theft by receiving, fleeing by vehicle, possession of a controlled substance, wrong-way driving, and failure to obey traffic signals. McCrory, Arkansas, May 28, 2024. Arkansas State Police assisted the Woodruff County Sheriff's Office in a pursuit on State Highway 145 after the suspect vehicle sped through downtown McCrory. The driver, identified as Barbara Armfield, ignored commands to stop and continued accelerating on US Highway 64, despite officers closing in and signaling her to pull over.
E36 is also on scene.
Pull over! It's going to be a tan Kia, Tennessee temporary, Queen 9, 7 Robert Lincoln, 9 David. Hey!
Make sure you involved.
I pulled up beside her. She's not acknowledging me, and she will not pull over. 60 mile an hour, east 60.
To eliminate the danger, police performed a forced stop maneuver, causing the vehicle to spin out and become surrounded.
Say your hands! Don't rush the car!
836, what's your speed?
Armfield was arrested at the scene and faces charges including fleeing by vehicle, driving without a license, no insurance, speeding, and resisting arrest. Johnson County, Arkansas, February 2nd, 2023. Tamil Gunter, 32 years old, was driving a red Dodge Charger at over 130 miles per hour on I-40 West, repeatedly turning off the lights to avoid detection.
(882) Zebra X-rays blacked out on 1037 at the 13. Hey, we're coming up on you. Exit 13.
Police pursued him for more than 30 miles through dense fog before Gunter was stopped by a vehicle stop maneuver at the 13-mile marker.
Get your hands up!
We got them pitted out. Get out of the car! Get out of the car!
Inside the vehicle, officers found a handgun and a duffel bag containing multiple bags of marijuana, digital scales, and plastic packaging materials. Gunter admitted that all the drugs and equipment belonged to him. He was arrested and transported to the Johnson County Detention Center, facing charges of fleeing by vehicle creating danger, possession of marijuana with intent to distribute, reckless driving, and extreme speeding.
Collision 20 Connecticut.
Joplin, Missouri, October 2nd, 2024. A 20-ounce Volkswagen Jetta, previously known for fleeing from police, was stopped on suspicion of driving under the influence. When signaled to pull over, the driver accelerated again, fleeing through residential neighborhoods and busy intersections, prompting officers to deploy multiple units to contain the pursuit.
We're heading along the railroad track, heading westbound. Step out on Jefferson again. Don't give me directions. I can do it. Go, 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 just go. That's how you lose.
He's going east on 21st and getting to Virginia.
I got seconds. Phillies found on 22nd, smoking from the tires, northbound on Kentucky.
Away from me, mother.
We got South 6 and 15 Kentucky.
Eastbound on 20th.
Go, bitches!
413, I'm coming up too. Coming over the bridge, smoking hard.
Speed's 80.
The chase ended when the Jetta collided with another vehicle at the intersection of E 20th Street and S Connecticut Avenue.
20 to Connecticut.
Let me see your hands! Let me see your...
Put in park. Yep.
Turn your sirens off! Turn your sirens off.
Walk back. Get back up.
Get up, walk, keep walking back.
Get up.
Keep walking back.
Back to your right. 2 steps to your right. All right, get on the floor. Oh boy. On the ground, belly.
2 civilians were injured, one of whom was struck by a spare tire that flew off during the crash. A search of the vehicle revealed a piece of burnt foil suspected to be drug paraphernalia. The driver was charged with felony fleeing, driving under the influence, and possession of drug paraphernalia, and was later sentenced to 7 years in prison. Lee County, Florida, April 8th, 2025. Police responded to a report of a stolen SUV traveling on US 41. When officers saw the dark-colored vehicle speeding on SR 78, the driver initially stopped, but suddenly accelerated away, reaching over 100 miles per hour, crossing lanes multiple times, and turning off all headlights and taillights.
Vehicle tank. Headed back westbound on 12 whiskey on State Road 78. Northbound. Speed to 75. Traffic.
What's your cross street? For making a right on Del Prado.
We're going westbound on Del Prado, indicate 4.
Hey, Mars, you check with aviation for the county. That's so far away, huh? You always call Papa Taco Ray. We use 98. 1 approaching base lead.
Police carried out 2 vehicle stop maneuvers during the pursuit, causing the SUV to spin and come to a complete stop on the shoulder of SR 78. The driver, identified as Colton Dean Smith, was taken into custody at the scene without incident.
Get the fuck out of the car! Your hands up! Get out! Get out! Get out of the car! Get out of the car! Do it now!
A search at the scene revealed a firearm and a glass pipe with suspected drug residue. Smith stated he had used cocaine a few hours earlier, had no valid driver's license, and fled because he was on probation. He was taken to the hospital for evaluation before being booked into the Lee County Jail, facing charges of fleeing, driving with a suspended license, possession of a controlled substance, and unlawful possession of a firearm. West Memphis, Arkansas, February 4th, 2024. 3 suspects from Tennessee, Deltorio Campbell, Daryl Gaither, and Curtis Price, were arrested after driving a stolen Nissan Maxima suspected to be connected to a theft from the Ulta store in Jonesboro. Arkansas State Police pursued the vehicle, which was traveling over 120 miles per hour eastbound on I-40 toward Memphis.
Took the 8. 277 eastbound, in and out of traffic, driving on the shoulder. I'm just 100 yards behind her. Wait till we get out of some of this traffic. She almost hit an officer in the rear end. Traffic curve, she wrecked out. Wrecked out. Maybe she regained it. She hit the guardrail and regained it. So we get out some of this traffic, we get stopped.
Regain.
3, I got a little bit of traffic. I'm trying not to rear into anybody with the car.
I'm trying to catch up to 21.
Crap. Come on now, get some of this traffic out of my way. And I'll let you know we're going to split. 40.
40 to the split.
At mile marker 283, the Maxima lost control, crashed into a concrete wall, and came to a stop.
Wrecked out.
283, she's trying to get back into it.
283.
Hands! Hands!
Inside the vehicle, police found stolen merchandise, narcotics, psychedelic mushrooms, ecstasy pills, a loaded Glock handgun, and a key programming device. One trooper was involved in a minor crash during the pursuit. All 3 suspects were taken into custody and transported to the Crittenden County Detention Center, facing multiple charges including theft of property, possession of narcotics and firearms, and fleeing by vehicle. West Memphis, Arkansas, July 20th, 2024. Arkansas State Police pursued a black Ford Mustang reported for reckless driving and nearly causing a collision at the intersection of Broadway and MLK Drive. The vehicle accelerated to over 100 miles per hour, racing through several streets before turning onto I-55 North Service Road.
I think they had a black Mustang that's lost there shooting suspects from yesterday.
And that's arrest D21.
55.
70. They're still on us.
They coming into the city or they already
Okay.
You're coming back toward MLK?
10-4, Texas tag, sideways, don't see it.
As the chase approached MLK Drive, police executed a successful pit maneuver, bringing the Mustang to a stop.
TBI.
TBI.
Two suspects fled on foot across a field but were quickly apprehended. The driver was identified as Kylen Cunningham and the passenger as Trayvon Burnett, both 23 years old and from Tennessee. Inside the vehicle, police found a loaded Taurus handgun, several car keys, a programming device, and marijuana. Both men face charges including fleeing, theft of property, and unlawful possession of a firearm. Little Rock, Arkansas, May 5th, 2023. Arkansas State Police observed a white Toyota Camry speeding on I-30 before turning onto I-630. When signaled to stop, the driver ignored the lights and accelerated away, running red lights and fleeing through several busy intersections.
19, we're on 1037. We're on the service road westbound. Get back on 630 west. Stand by. We're back on the service road, turning right on Broadway, going north on Broadway. Let LRPD know he just got struck by a vehicle. Broadway and 8. Crashed at Taco Bell. Correction, Chick-fil-A. Crashed at Chick-fil-A. I've got a black male running, all black clothing.
The Camry struck another vehicle, then crashed into the outdoor dining area of a Chick-fil-A on Broadway before coming to a stop. The driver fled on foot, knocking over a pedestrian but was quickly subdued. He smelled strongly of alcohol and was found carrying a small bag of marijuana. The suspect was charged with multiple offenses, including felony fleeing, driving while intoxicated, criminal mischief, speeding, and leaving the scene of an accident. Little Rock, Arkansas, August 11th, 2024. A gray Toyota Camry driven by Dominic Williams was observed traveling 72 miles per hour in a 55 mile per hour zone on I-630 West. When signaled to stop, Williams accelerated, ran multiple red lights in heavy rain, and reached speeds of 125 miles per hour.
It's a gray Toyota Camry. In fact, it expired in November. I can't read it.
Somebody like trouble. Or whether I make sure where I need to wear it, please. Drop off order.
The pursuit ended when the Camry struck a utility pole and collided with two parked vehicles on Thayer Street.
There are no phones connected. Connect the phone and try again.
You better stop! You better stop!
Where are you at, buddy?
I'm 1015. I'm walking back up the hill. Get out.
Williams fled on foot but was quickly apprehended. He was charged with fleeing by vehicle creating danger, criminal mischief, reckless driving, leaving the scene of an accident, and speeding. Dumas, Arkansas, November 29th, 2023. A black Cadillac traveling over 100 miles per hour on U.S. Highway 65 led to a pursuit involving Arkansas State Police and the Dashcam County Sheriff's Office. Near East Choctaw Street, officers executed a pit maneuver, bringing the vehicle to a stop on the roadside.
Yeah, boy, you initiated or we assisted?
We assisted. Watch out, Grant. Watch out, watch out. Young John Henry.
It's 1063 to 26, Shake County, 1037. Yeah. 765 up, yes, 97.
Still northbound. Speed is 130.
D-Shade 6 to the Shade 1. Go ahead.
Get on the fucking ground! Get on the fucking ground! Get on the ground! Come on the ground! Get on the ground! Clear that vehicle, clear that vehicle, clear that vehicle, clear the vehicle, clear the vehicle, clear the vehicle.
Get on the car.
Watch back.
The driver, identified as Stephanie Jones, quickly surrendered and was taken into custody at the scene. She was turned over to county authorities. No one was injured, and property damage was estimated at about $500. Searcy, Arkansas, July 8, 2024. Arkansas State Police, working with the White County Sheriff's Office, pursued a gray Dodge Charger traveling over 120 miles per hour on State Highway 267. When authorities deployed spike strips and attempted to stop the car before it entered the Searcy area, the Charger made minor contact with both a county patrol vehicle and an ASP unit while being forced to stop.
Oh, damn! Get out right now! Get out! Get down on your face! Stay on the ground! Got it?
The driver and passenger were taken into custody at the scene without further incident. The driver was transported to the White County Jail, facing charges of fleeing by vehicle, possession of a controlled substance under 4 ounces, reckless driving, and exceeding the speed limit by more than 15 miles per hour. Lenoke County, Arkansas, August 28, 2023. Police observed Geroy Finks driving a white Toyota Tundra at 67 miles per hour in a 55 mile per hour zone on Highway 70. When signaled to stop, Finks accelerated away, lost control while turning onto Kerr Road, and crashed into a sign and several AT&T connection boxes before running off into a field.
Hey, get back here! Get over here! Get over here! Get on the ground!
Like 78, they're running. 78. Adam 78, go ahead.
Finks was arrested at the scene, uninjured, and stated he didn't know why he fled. The telecommunications equipment sustained significant damage with costly repairs expected. Finks was charged with fleeing by vehicle, reckless driving, speeding, and driving without a valid license. North Little Rock, Arkansas, August 26, 2023. Police observed a gray Ford Mustang swerving on Morning Glory Road and attempted to stop the vehicle. When emergency lights and siren were activated, the driver, identified as Perry Ford, accelerated through a residential area at about 45 miles per hour before being forced to stop on E46 Street.
Put your fucking hands up! Put your fucking hands up! Turn the car off! Get on the fucking Turn the car off! Roll the window down! Roll the window down! Hands up! You crawl out of the front. You crawl out of that freaking car. You crawl out. Keep your hand up. Crawl out of the car. Crawl out. Crawl out. Look, I think I got a pin here at 46 o'clock.
Get on the ground there. Crawl in here.
Get on the ground. On the ground. On the ground.
Stand by the
Man, all you had to do was stop. You gonna run in the freaking residential neighborhood, bro?
I ain't gonna run, bro.
That's what you doing. You sped up.
Ford climbed over the hood of the car in an attempt to flee, but was quickly apprehended at the scene. Inside the vehicle, officers found a bag of marijuana and a digital scale in the center console. He was transported to the Pulaski County Jail, facing charges of fleeing by vehicle creating danger, possession of a controlled substance, driving with a suspended license, and no valid insurance. Benton County, Arkansas, December 10th, 2024. Zachary Dutton was driving a gray Toyota Avalon at 90 miles per hour on I-49 when spotted by police. When signaled to stop, he accelerated away, drove through a parking lot, struck a sign, and continued at 60 miles per hour through a school zone before losing control, veering into a ditch and crashing into a building under construction.
Going back out on Central. Going towards Beer Ridge on 72.
All units be advised, we're 53-1, back up.
I just ran a curve and crashed through a sign. We're going down towards Sugar Creek.
Good work.
I believe he may have just clipped another vehicle.
Good work.
He just overturned here at Sugar Creek.
Hey, show me your hands. Show me your hands. Hold on. Stick your hands out the window. Get on the ground. Get on the ground.
Dutton was arrested at the scene, while passenger Caitlin Brown suffered a broken neck and was transported for emergency treatment. Inside the vehicle, police found a syringe containing meth and a bag of crystal powder, along with evidence of drug use. Dutton faces multiple charges, including fleeing causing serious injury, possession of narcotics, reckless driving, and property damage. North Little Rock, Arkansas, October 12th, 2023. Zachary Pate was driving a silver vehicle westbound on I-40 at 112 miles per hour before turning off all headlights and taillights while fleeing. As he attempted to exit onto Military Road, the vehicle lost control, struck a sign, and crashed into a guardrail, coming to a stop after a heavy impact.
It's a silver Toyota Corolla, I think. Speed's 114, traffic medium. Arkansas, Adam, Charles, John. 1, stand by. He blacked out on me. Still 40 west, left lane. Passing on the left shoulder. just went through the median, crashed out.
Copy, crash, that was through median.
Hey, let me see your fucking hands! 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 Get on the fucking ground! Get on the ground right now! Stay there! Passenger! On the ground! Is there anybody else in that car? 2 more people? Are they hurt?
Police arrested Pate along with 2 passengers, Bo Robinson and Hunter Moore. Moore suffered serious injuries due to not wearing a seatbelt, and all 3 were transported to the hospital. Inside the vehicle, officers found open alcohol containers, including Peach Crown Royal and Twisted Tea. Pat was charged with fleeing by vehicle causing serious injury, reckless driving, speeding, driving without lights, possession of alcohol by a minor, and second-degree battery. Both passengers were cited for not wearing seatbelts and underage possession of alcohol. North Little Rock, Arkansas, March 24, 2023. Police attempted to stop a Ford EcoSport with an expired tag from October 2022 on the I-30 East exit to Broadway. When emergency lights and siren were activated, the driver, identified as James Shelby, accelerated away through multiple streets and parking lots, nearly striking a pedestrian on West 5th Street.
Going westbound on East 4th.
What's on East 4th?
About to cross Main, north of Main.
Shelby turned into a parking lot and was apprehended at the scene. Inside the vehicle, police found approximately 114 grams of marijuana divided into 2 small bags, and Shelby admitted he had purchased it to resell. He was transported to jail, facing charges of fleeing by vehicle, possession of a controlled substance, driving with a suspended license, and no vehicle registration. Little Rock, Arkansas, December 10th, 2024. Arkansas State Police observed a gray Mercedes traveling 81 miles per hour in a 60 mile per hour zone on I-630. When signaled to stop, the driver, identified as Chike Ekeanyanwu, accelerated to 90 miles per hour on University Avenue, weaving through heavy traffic before sideswiping a Silverado and coming to a stop on Berkshire Drive.
Oh.
Ekeanyanwu was arrested at the scene and stated he was just trying to get to a friend's house. He was taken for medical evaluation and then booked into the Pulaski County Jail, facing charges of felony fleeing, leaving the scene of an accident, speeding, and reckless driving. Pine Bluff, Arkansas, March 28th, 2024. police observed a red Dodge Challenger traveling 81 miles per hour in a 45 mile per hour zone on US Highway 65B. When lights and siren were activated, the driver, identified as David Christopher Horn, accelerated away, reaching over 135 miles per hour and repeatedly passing vehicles in the opposite lane. At the intersection of 6th Avenue and Franklin Street, Horn lost control, ignored a stop sign, and drove into a roadside ditch. He fled on foot, fell several times, and was quickly taken into custody. Horn was transported to the Dub Bressel Detention Center, facing charges of felony fleeing, creating substantial danger, and multiple other traffic violations. Flashing lights and sirens are not an invitation to test your speed. The streets are not a racetrack, and the police are not spectators cheering you on. No matter how fast your car is, the radio and coordination of law enforcement are even faster. Running only makes the consequences worse. Choose safety and respect the law, because no one wants to end up as the main character in videos like these.